You may want your hair like this, and you have a very, very short haircut, and it's in an awkward stage, okay? You all know what this is like. I've gotten so many questions and comments about this topic. Should you get a haircut while growing out your hair while it's in an awkward stage? Now, what exactly is the quote-unquote awkward stage? That is when your hair literally just does not want to cooperate with what you're trying to do. Let's just say, for example, you've got a haircut like this, and you want to grow your hair like this, okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to go through an awkward stage, especially on haircuts like this where, and I know you all could probably relate to this, but say, you're growing it out and the back gets really, really bushy, or, this gets really bushy and it doesn't look the greatest. And it makes it look awkward, okay? You feel awkward. So should you get a haircut while growing your hair out and it's in an awkward stage? Yes or no? It really, really, really depends on how your hair grows out and the type of hairstyle that you're trying to achieve. And also what's most important is the person cutting your hair. They need to be able to work with you and give you suggestions and shape your hair that will help you grow your hair out. I've actually cut hair on people to help them grow their hair out. And they're like, well, they don't usually question, but sometimes I'm cutting a lot more hair off in some areas, but leaving it longer in other areas just so it grows out better. So you really have to look at the overall shape. Also, how does your hair grow out? You know yourself more than anyone if your hair gets super thick in the back and the bottom, and that may drive you crazy, and you're trying to grow your hair out, or you want to have like a slick back like this, right? A slick back type of hairstyle. And right now you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Well, try it. And the best way, honestly, the best way to try to see if your hair will do something is when your hair is wet. Because when your hair is wet or damp, or you just got out of the shower, whatever it is, you're able to comb it and manipulate it the best way you possibly can. Especially on something like this, where you can actually take this hairstyle and slick it back like something like this, because your hair is wet and you can easily change the way it's laying and moving around. So try different hairstyles and see how your hair reacts while it's wet. And that's going to give you a good indication. So when you comb it all back and you try to do something new, look and see what is awkward. If you're like, you know what, I like how I can get this back, but there's just too much hair down through here. I don't want this all flipped. So guess what? Go and get a haircut and tell them that you want to just trim this down so that this is the longest part and not this, that you're trying to grow your hair out. And lastly, when it comes down to it, communication is key, okay? And this is where I've done so many videos on what to tell your stylist, what to tell your barber, how to communicate properly, and I still, to this day, get dozens upon dozens of DMs on Instagram or whatever asking me, Salon Guy, what do I ask my barber? What do I tell? And I'm like, look, I've said this 80,000 times already. You need to show photos, you need to communicate with them. And also, they need to communicate with you. Like, it's their job. You're paying them. You're not paying me for a haircut. You're paying them for their time and their expertise. You have every right to ask them what they think. So if you sit down and you say, I'm trying to grow my hair out, and it just seems unruly, something doesn't seem right, could you please trim it, but shape it up so it helps me grow it out. If you just express to them what you're trying to do, hopefully, and I know this isn't always the case, unfortunately, but hopefully they will be able to take that suggestion and go with your goal and produce a good haircut for you that will actually help you achieve the results you're looking for. And if they do just hack your hair, or they don't really seem to quite get it, move on from that person. The amount of talented people that are out there looking for new clients is incredible. So you can find somebody who's good, who can work with you. Just shop around and look around. Go on Instagram, check out what kind of work they're doing. So, should you get a haircut during the awkward stage if you're growing your hair out? Yes or no? Again, it all really, really, really depends on you and how your hair is growing out and what type of shape you want. I can always say that it's always best to have the top longer than the back. That's the one rule of thumb, is always have the top longer than even the sides and the back. This way it grows out, so that as this all grows out and this gets too long, you could always just trim the top slightly to match in, blend in with the sides and the back. So Don't forget, use code YouTube20, that's YouTube20. You can actually shop right here on the shop tab on my YouTube channel to get my products. YouTube's made that so much easier for everyone. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.